Real estate professionals are not sociologists, right? So they don't really always understand people. And that's not the speak that they've had to speak in. They have always really focused on efficiency of portfolios, which was measured by square feet per seat, square feet per person, how often people were coming in. So by far and large, that is how workplace effectiveness is measured, and that's how most organizations are measuring it. However, effectiveness means something very different than people being in seats, because what we know is that even before the pandemic, people were not engaged. But when you think about the word effectiveness, even when we're having our annual reviews or our mid-year reviews or our monthly one-on-ones with our managers, how do they know that we're being effective? Effective against what? Well, there's goals that we have. Are clear goals that tell us if and we have KPIs against if we're achieving those goals. I think the big piece of the office that's missing right now is that goal in the past has been just get people in. And now that goal is shifting, but we don't have a new goal that's very clear about the why we have to be in the office. So the policies are stated, and that gives us the number of days we're supposed to be in. And therefore, if we can measure against that, then we're saying we're being effective. However, the real goal is interpersonal connections and getting people to work together and driving the culture of organizations. And until we can really begin to measure around that, then we're really not going to know if our workplaces are effective. There are some in this survey that did tell us that they are measuring based on employee engagement or attrition and retention, and even a few that say that they're measuring on productivity. But I would argue that those are probably companies where it's very clear cut on how to measure for productivity. Many knowledge workers, that's a very, very difficult nut to crack.